Hello, my name is Jerry Wiley and I'm Connor's dad. Goredale Scar is a mile outside of Malham village. It's a ravine that was once a cavern over 100 metres high, and eventually over the years it collapsed and caused like an amphitheatre. Now you've got a waterfall that comes down, you've got rivers that cascade down through the village, eventually flowing to Janet's Foss and into the River Aire. Goredale Scar is somewhere where we've been for many years. We used to take Connor when he was little. From 6 months old, he'd be in the backpack and we'd be climbing up the Scar and up and around up to Malham Tarn, walk down through into Malham village and call into the pub for a wee pint or two and then carry on our journey round. We did spend quite a lot of time camping over the years in the campsite at the bottom. Connor eventually grew to love wading in the beck at the bottom. Maybe when it was a bit warmer than it is now. But when Connor was small, I'd say from the age of 5, 6 maybe, we used to go up every other weekend with the tents and camp in the Goredale campsite. No amenities as such really, apart from the river and maybe the village down the road, which is about a mile away if you needed anything. But when Connor was about 7 this time, we were camping again at Goredale Scar in the campsite at the bottom, and we were making breakfast and looked down and we wondered, what's all this going on here? And there's a family of ducks just waddling past that actually came under the tent base and through and wandered through, had a quick look at what we were cooking, and then straight out the other side. As soon as dusk started to fall, we'd have a wander up to the Scar, and one of Connor's favourite things to do at night time was to watch the bats. And we'd stand there in a bit of a semicircle, and we'd feel the draft of all these bats flying around our faces, and there was some enormous bats that we'd see, and they'd come very close, but never touch you. We'd been up to Malham Tarn and walked down over the tops down towards the Goredale Scar. Connor got towards the top of the waterfall and just froze, and he just would not climb down. Now it's not the easiest of climbs, I must admit, but Connor's done it many times before, but this time he just wouldn't climb down. So we ended up having to go back all the way up to the town and walk around through Malham, and must have had another, maybe 5 mile walk. But we ended up having a good day. Just a short walk from Goredale Scar is a natural phenomenon called Janet's Foss. You walk down through a bit of a hooded glen, I suppose, down through the undergrowth, and then all of a sudden this amphitheatre opens up, and before you have all this big waterfall and the remains of a Goredale Beck that flows off, I suppose, into Malham. And such a wonderful place. We'd have a short walk across the road down to Janet's Foss, and we'd have our swimming trunks and a towel, and we'd spend quite a lot of time just jumping in the water and having fun. And then later on we'd have maybe a campfire and have our tea round the fire. Such a lovely thing to do.